All right, teachers, what I'm going to show you right now is the things that you need for this fencing project. Some of the handouts you need, and also some lessons that you also want to teach the kids when you actually do this. All right, so the first thing you want to download off this site is going to be the project itself, Fencing a Backyard. In it, it has all the information. It's got directions for the kids to do. It's got all the sheets they need to complete the project. It also has an example in it too, with a color-coded example to help them follow along in it. So the next thing you're going to need is going to be the fencing supply sheet, okay? The fencing supply sheet looks like this, and you can do this a couple different ways. You can actually go to a hardware store for, let's say, like a field trip, and you can find all the prices for these supplies. You could go online and have them, look up all the different supplies, all the different prices. You could have them do it at home for homework. You could tell them they have to go to an actual hardware store for homework. That's up to you how you want them to do this, but this needs to be completed before they actually do the project. The next thing they're going to need is going to be the blueprint rough sketch of their backyard, because they're going to need to go home and actually measure their backyard. So this is something they need to do for homework. They'd have to go home and they'd measure everything to the nearest foot, and then that way when they use the supplies and the prices for it, they can find out how much the actual project would cost to do. The next thing you're going to do is, I actually have a couple different activities, and the activities, what you can do is, you need to pre-teach them a couple skills before they do the project. The biggest skill is going to be subtracting feet and inches, especially when you have to borrow, knowing that when you borrow from feet, you have to bring over 12 inches. This is an important skill for them to have when they actually are doing the project, so they understand that. So I have some activities. If you want to teach them yourself, you can. There's also some videos of me teaching it that they can watch those also and do the activities. Now, when you're giving this project, you want to make sure that prior to sending it home, you do some examples. What I like to do is I like to come up with like a fake backyard and just make up some measurements, and then actually go through the entire project kind of as like an example. And then what I would do is, give them a couple different examples so they can use these steps and learn them in school, and then when they go home, they've practiced it in school prior to actually doing the project. Now, when assigning this project too, you have to realize how you want to modify it for each kid. You might want to have some people do their calculations in class and then do the poster at home. You might have some kids can do the entire project at home. You might have some kids that might start it a little bit in school and then finish it at home. So make sure you modify it according to each student's needs educationally. So that's pretty much it. That's the actual fencing project. These are some of the things that you need. If you have any questions, you can always leave it at the bottom in the comment section at this page. You can put it in. I can answer any questions you might have about the actual project. But that's it. That's the actual fencing project, and I hope you and your class like it.